Hi everyone, I'm JD. Welcome back to my channel. So in this video I'm just going to share how I make these embellished envelopes. I coffee dyed a whole bunch of envelopes and I'm just showing you them there. I did some longer ones with those window envelopes. I got some of these smaller ones that you can see in frame, and I also showed a middle size range, and it has those little 4 boxes in the bottom right hand corner. And I think in this video I'm going to show you how I decorate the smaller envelopes, and in a later video I'll share with you how I decorate the longer envelopes and turn those ones into pages of a journal. So I'm just showing you I just showed you other examples of embellishments that I made. And so what I'm going to do with these envelopes is the same type of embellishments. So we're going to use these beautiful stickers from In Love Art Shop. I will link them below, the website, and there's also a code for 15% off. So go check that out for sure. If you like the look of those stickers, I love them. I've actually gotten a whole stack more. Can't wait to share them with you very soon. Well, hopefully, depends when they get here with the postage delays. And then I've got all my little scrappy pieces over here, my vintage ledger papers, and I've also got vintage music paper, and I've just ripped all of those up and inked around the edges. And first of all, I just did a first little experiment here, wondering how I was going to do this envelope, because you've got such a larger space than those journal cards. I thought maybe I'll cover the whole thing, and you could do that for sure. But I ended up just kind of doing what I did with the other embellishments, like the glassine bags and the journal cards. My little go-to is one piece of music paper, one piece of ledger paper, and then a sticker over the top. Sometimes I might include 3 pieces. And in fact, for the envelopes, I think I did include 3 if I needed to cover a bit more space, just because there's such a large amount of space. For the bigger envelopes, I definitely include more papers. But as a rule of thumb, minimum of 2, one vintage music and one vintage ledger. But yeah, you can just use whatever you have. Use book pages, pattern paper, anything. I will eventually experiment with other types of things, but for now I've just got all of these still here, this giant pile beside me, so I'm just making my way through it. I've got lots and lots of envelopes, so I can work on all these. And I really like how this one is looking at the moment. And then once I'm happy, I will grab my glue, and I just use a clear craft glue. And I put this vintage stamp in the corner, just seeing if I liked it or not. In the end, I chose not to go with the stamp, so it was fine without it. So yeah, just a little process video or tutorial showing how I make these envelopes. I hope it is helpful. Let me know if it is in the comments below, so I know if it's worth it doing a video like this, or if I should just show the finished products. I know some of you like just the finished product and you're like, yep, I've got the idea, and you run with that, whereas others really enjoy or need or prefer the whole process, so they can see how I put things together, and hopefully it does show how easy it is, and takes away any intimidation factor, that kind of thing. So I really enjoy making collages at the moment. It took me a while to get into it, but finally got into it. So yeah, this is one of my favorite flower stickers here, and just making sure it's all lined up. And I like having all the layers kind of overlap each other, and then the sticker kind of catches it all, overlaps each of the elements. So washi stickers are one of my favorite things now to use. They're so beautiful. I always want to have a stash of washi stickers now. So just sticking this down. And then I think, work on another one in this video. I do a small envelope, and then I do a middle or medium size envelope, just to show you 2 different sizes. So now I'm moving on to the next one. And yeah, I saved all my larger stickers for these larger embellishments. You may be wondering how I use the envelopes. So These ones I tend to use by either gluing the flap onto the side of a journal page and then, or I sew the flap onto the side of a journal page, and so it's permanently attached to the journal. And it sort of makes the page interactive. You've got a flip out and you've also got a pocket that you can tuck something into. Sometimes I attach it with a paper clip. So again, I'll just do the same thing, put the flap on the edge of the page, so then it can be removable if I want it to be removable. And then other times I might just include it as a freebie with a journal or in some happy mail, that kind of thing. But mostly these ones I would probably include on the edge of a journal page. Whereas later, when I show the video with the larger envelope, that one you could use it as an embellishment. I have in the past with that botanical journal, the scrap embellished botanical journal. I paper clipped it onto the side of the page and that looked kind of cool, and you can take that out and do whatever you want with it. But usually my intention with those larger envelopes is to use it as an actual page in a journal. And I'll kind of show that. I think I showed that in the previous video. It's getting all out of order. I filmed these out of order and then put them up on my channel in the order that makes the most sense. So I'm pretty sure before this I showed the finished envelopes, just to give you an idea what they look like. And then for those who like the process video, I put these ones up later. Anyway, so what was I saying? Yeah, in the previous video I would have shown how I use those larger envelopes as pages in a journal. So if you're not sure what I mean by that, just check out that video and you'll see what I mean. But it's one of my favorite things to do now is to actually embellish those envelopes. Often I'll use napkins to embellish them, and they look great as pages, but they also serve a double function with the pocket, so I love that. Alright, so you can see again I'm just experimenting with my music papers and ledger papers. And of course, it's pretty self-explanatory, as you just can see me and watch me. You guys tell me often that you like hearing me talk, you like the chatty videos more, so I'm trying to keep up the chat. Yeah, just trying to think of other things to talk about. One lady suggested I could talk about, memories or childhood or my process or other things I'm working on at the moment or something. If you ever have any questions in the comments, I can answer them in the next process video when I do a voiceover. But yeah, I think I'm happy with that now, and then it's a matter of pulling it apart and gluing it into place. So I think there's a lot going on with this one. It's a very large sticker. It's kind of sprawling and spreading out everywhere, so I included larger pieces and more of them just to kind of cover that space, fill it up, and provide a bit of a background for that larger sticker. So yeah, if you're still with me, let me know what you are making at the moment. Or what you're doing while you're watching this video. I don't know. Tell me something. Just trying to think. What I'm working on at the moment is my Keanu journal. It's finally finished in terms of the journal surgery that I did. So coming up will be some videos showing what I've done so far with my first finished signature, and I did some journal surgery putting together the second signature. I cut it all out and put it all back together again in a way that I like. So that's coming up on my channel. And here are the 2 finished envelopes that I did in this session, and I'll see you in the next video with the other envelope. Bye guys!